Yes, people, this is Beverly Myers, your blogger from Alma Grove, using what I need to help me tell my story. The things they say. Keep your face always forward. Don't know why I see forward again. Towards the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. Walt Whitman, 1819, 1892. So he was born 100 years before my father. 101 years before my father. Russell Grant, Copyright Daily Express, Taurus. You're wondering whether you have the skills to carry out an assignment. People are relying on you. Panic will subside once you realize common sense and a methodical approach are all that's needed. Well, I'm going to wind up my journey from the time I transferred to Bird in the Bush Nursery, Leaf, on the 22nd of July 2014, and what has happened to me from thence to where I'm at now. My head is covered because I'm going back natural and taking back control, taking back my crown. So for those who are not in the know or pretending not to be in the know, this is a roundup of my journey. So I have experienced 2 nervous breakdowns, 2 miscarriages of justice. 2 times I've been scammed by Barclays. I was in the South London press. And the last time, the date that Richard Harty called my mobile. The word panic is the key word. Richard Harty panicked and called my mobile on the 27th of September 2021. That's the date I resigned from London Early Years Foundation with the 2nd nervous breakdown. Dates are important to me. 3 of my grandmother's children, including my father, was born on the 27th of October. And that's how Winsome Duncan used my vulnerability against me to steal my manuscript. And that's how she sent the police to section me from a malicious report. So my journey, as I said, it started with me writing to Dilys Ipton to say that I am depressed and I was slowly being tortured to death, to where I'm at now. Trina Filbert of Housing for Women, the paedophile cell, the terrorist cell, the traffickers, can refer me to the Maudsley Hospital. The same day, Jonathan came, used a key that I gave to enter and come knock on my door. We're talking about panic. We're talking about paranoia. And we're talking about who has the right to refer a person. And why was I referred by Housing for Women? I just saw Mummy Bear on there talking about, asking questions about who is Samantha. Samantha Gibbs is how it started. Because Debbie Gilchrist, they're working with Debbie Gilchrist. Yeah? And she wrote a letter and I called. And that's from when they hung up of the phone. So the Maudsley is going to be in shit. Proper shit. if they don't work to resolve this issue, and I mean it, because I was working at King's College Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, Mapata House Day Nursery, when I had the first nervous breakdown after the death of my brother. Allegations were used. I have the letters from the parents, and I have cards in particular from Nick Mobley. So anywhere, anybody involved in my transition, I'm going to use them. And that's why I'm keeping my distance from certain individuals, organizations, including families and friends. Yeah? Because I see where Mr. Seeley is putting those things out there, and I'm using them to benefit me. But I approached Mr. Seeley about telling my story. Some of those videos were taken by me. I was at the end of the phone. He asked me to do them. But yet Lorraine, who just came over from China, and talking about the Windrush, they have upper leads. That's why I ain't going back to doing anything to do with volunteering. Whatever I do, it will be to benefit me. Yeah? Time and talent. Another one. Cardboard Citizens, all of them. I performed at the Globe Theatre, Winterfest. And then after that, they take me out of the group. The latest to do so is Health Ambassadors, Suddock Health Ambassadors. I was passing down the road there yesterday and I saw something to do with Black Poppy Rose and all of them. And I'm going to make sure I get involved. Yeah? I'm not delayed. I put a piece of meat on the fire to cook. I'll be tidying up my place because, as I said, I take back my crown. I have hats of all description. I have tie heads. I have wigs. I have extension. I do my own thing. And yesterday I went to the market because I bought another one, but it was too big. Because I'm going to design this into a costume for my performance. Yeah? That's how astute I am. It's only £10. So I'm going to design this into my work costume. So I have changes. Because I saw my skirt. I wanted to do a dress for the wedding of Prince William and Kate. Yeah? And Kate can go to Stockwell Nursery to launch her mental health campaign. I was at the hospital when they were coming home with George. And I am the criminal needing emotional regulation treatment. After I was page 1 of ITV News for Windrush 70 because I was the only one wearing cultural clothes. I would not be offended if anybody asked me where I come from. I get it all the time. Until yesterday, an African man was asking me. He was naming all the African countries until I released him out of his perplexity to say, where does this African features come from? Some of it is Chinese too. Haven't tracked down the Chinese yet. Yeah? So I released him out of his, and I says to him, I'm Jamaican. But my DNA is spread across Africa. I have DNA in Holland, Sweden, British Isle, but predominantly African. Yeah? So I would not be offended if somebody asked me where I come from. It's for us to educate. Yeah? Because that 80-odd-year-old woman needs educating. The same way they have targeted my husband, trying to set him up against me. And if I'm not careful, it will happen. But under my jurisdiction, it will not happen. Because I'm going to name the police. I'm going to name the Judiciary of England and Wales. I'm going to name the criminal justice system, the Crown Prosecution Service. Small claims court. Why Ryan Clement has not paid me. And after you've denied me my entitlements to work, you're dragging me to court about ECRO. And then stitching me up. I'm to pay Samantha Jones 17,000. A pervert, a pedophile. I have a case reference number for HHJ Parfit, Vincent Umunjuju. And all that has gone down. HHJ died had a misconduct. Was advised by Robert Buckland. I wrote to Robert Buckland. I don't know who I haven't written to. So what are they saying? There are pedophiles. Richard Hartiman in childcare has been subverted. I did a voice of a child for Jonah Sullivan. The Jonah Sullivan whose mask of sanity revealed a psychopath wanting to be remembered as a disruptive influence. He was a former mental health nurse. Advisor to Ofsted, advisor to the Mayor of London. Yeah? Where's Conor Bartgate? Blogger of men in childcare. Where's Neil King? Where's Rashid Iqbal? You will be called. And when YouTube is rejecting my videos, why are you on YouTube? When Google is removing my posts, what are you on? I have 18 pages on Facebook. LinkedIn has stolen 3 of my account. Twitter suspended my account. All I'm seeing now is just me. Yeah? How many accounts I have here? I'm bigger than these people. You know who rescued me? Rastafari Birdlegs. Somebody asked me the question. On my grandson's 20th birthday, do you know Birdlegs? Didn't know Birdlegs. I took the flyer and I called Birdlegs, and I was at Birdlegs' home the next day, and here I am today. Birdlegs identified that I could do Miss Lou and I'm creative and I have all these talents. And I was going to Birdlegs' home maybe about 3 weeks before Birdlegs called me one day and said, I must look on YouTube for so and so. That's when I realized what he was talking about. Brains. Birdlegs is at Bird in the Bush Road, and I'm going to make sure I do a documentary out by Bird in the Bush Nursery because the world is going to know. So I'm going to finish this now, tidy up my place, cook my little piece of meat. I have some leftover soup. My husband won't touch anything, so cook some little meat. Get my life back in order. Next time you see this here, I'm hoping it's done its course and I'm ready. That is not to say I'm not going to be using my wigs and whatever, but I'm at a stage in my life where I need to transition and move over. Yes, I will not end my Christian upbringing. That's an integral part of who I am, but I need to change the narratives, as Rastafari Birdleg says. The black perspective. So they understand why we must not tolerate the oppression that's been meted out to black people. Why, after Mrs. Gloria Cameron said, be aware of the boys in blue. Now the girls in blue are the ones who taken over. Come here, beat me black and blue. Years after Cherry Gross, there's a statue in Windrush Square for Cherry Gross. And this still can happen, where Trina Filbert can be referring me to the Maudsley. My stories are out there. So what are they doing? Come on, world. When Ayo from my London can behave the way he does, but I'm going way back to St. Giles and all of them, Cardboard Citizens, Pembroke House, Elephant and Castle Hub Choir. As I remember them, I need them. Walworth Living Room. Because it's all these young people, idiots. And that's why I'm drifting away from the Windrush playback story as well. Collect whatever I might do. I was interviewed for Jesse Lloyd's project by UAL. I've sent an email to say, where can I access this, whatever. When I started doing my thingy with that picture, I saw it was being copyrighted. Didn't have anything in the background or music or anything, so I realized it was that. Let's see who's gonna copyright. The same way how YouTube removed my video because of a pedophile pervert scammer from the Financial Ombudsman Service, Emma Martin Hamilton. And it carries on and it carries on. Who else is gonna target me? Bring it on now. Bring it on. The next time you see me will be Rasta with locks. Bring it on. And let's pay tribute to a Rastafari Birdlegs who took me under his wings. Yes, it was Birdlegs who took me under his wings. Like I must go back to my young days of trauma and give credit to my son's father, Alvary Michael Legister, who took me under his wings. But then at the same time, I've been taken under wings and then abandoned and rejected. And that has had a tremendous impact on me. The same way, my families and friends have abandoned me. But the biggest shock of all is my brother Irvin, Julius Emston Emard. And I know that boy needs counseling. But until he's ready to accept that he needs counseling, there is nothing I can do to help him. But I want to set up a foundation in the name of my nephew Jevon, who was born 30 years ago, prematurely. Jevon's disabilities will not define him. So when Leaf used allegations of being uncooperative, unprofessional, rude, intimidating, confrontational, aggressive, lacking empathy, after giving me a long service award, and then saying they have no data for me except what I give to them. How did I get it to give to them? DBS. Yeah? Get ready, DBS. The perverts and the pedophiles. Get ready. Yeah? So come on, Google. Come on, YouTube. Come on, Trustpilot. Come on, all you. And the perverts and pedophiles at the Judiciary of England and Wales. Social media. If you're my sons, get ready. I am ready. With the help of Rastafari Birdlegs and Brains the bird that has accepted me like a human being. So now I'm using my brain, as Birdlegs is advising me, to examine the black perspective and change the narrative. Yes, I am Christian and I will remain Christian, but I've always been questioning God from my father was stricken with Parkinson's. And as I was listening to Muta Baruka yesterday, I will forever question God. Yeah? But when you're going to say, my brother, I'm looking at him over there, with my mother at his wedding, that I wrote on Facebook, I done your police test. And 2 years after I came from Jamaica for the funeral of Miss Connie, you didn't speak to me. And then my brother Irvin done what he did. As for Daston, he's a hopeless case. Mama used to say, if he let her take out her breast. Amley is another one, but you have to forgive Amley. Yeah? Because Isaac has been telling him Ratty needs help. But then when Amley is going to act like he's an idiot, panicking because Janet told him, yes, Janet is his sister. Recognize Janet more than me. That they're going to disgrace my son because his father is not his father. And then he's going to, when my son's wife took out a page on Facebook, in Sunday, and he's going to tell me he's spoken to Kevin's wife, and Kevin is not Done it is not Sunday, Sunday. What are you saying? Well, you're in Jamaica saying, oh, whatever, until I learn to behave myself. And then you tell me not to call your phone, and I make amends when I see you posted Michael Welch and spoke to you on Texas' birthday, and you still carry on and come tell me about, because, no, I shouldn't call your phone again, but before that, with Miss Reed, another one. We have scores to settle. Why my son's wives treat me the way they are treating me. But you know what? I am asking God to forgive all of them. Because I went to pay her university fee when Barclays took my money. Yeah? A lot of examination must go on. But it was a brother Ken who prayed for me and told me everything that has happened January 2014 has come to pass. Now I'm back on the rise. I'm up. I will not go back down there. And thanks to Birdlegs, Rastafari Birdlegs, I will forever sing his praises, who I met on my grandson's 20th birthday. The grandson who was the valedictorian at his graduation from primary school. When I meet, don't want many meat to burn up, I'm going to look at it. When I meet Edmund Bartlett. Now, Russell Hammond has passed on. He was part of my brother's contingent in the Jamaica Labour Party. So I'm putting a warning to Floyd Green and gunman Moreland Wilson. Yeah? I'm ready. Not going to let my meat burn up like the last time.